What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Sorry it's been a minute since I've made a video. I've had a lot of you guys asking, where I've been, what's up. Just, kind of running out of stuff to film, and once they closed the racetrack I was doing all the live streams and stuff at, just kind of made it really hard to get content. The next closest track to me is like 3 hours away, so it just hasn't been easy to get out to events and stuff. So sorry for the lack of content, but as you can see, we're sitting in a Toyota, so we're going to do some more Toyota maintenance today. So let's get to it. Alright guys, so today we're going to be doing the cabin filter and air filter on the Camry, like I said, it's 2025. And I'm actually going to be telling you the budget-friendly option I found. And I know I always preach, go OEM, 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 like everything to you guys whenever I do these maintenance videos. But I called my local Toyota dealership to get pricing for the filters and stuff. And oddly enough, when they answered, I talked to the parts counter. I said, hey, I need one cabin filter, one air filter. The lady came back and said, okay, so yeah, the cabin filter is going to be $31.99, and the air filter is going to be $36.99. And I about fell over because I was like, oh, yeah, I don't. Anyway, that's their price. Can't argue with it. Whatever. Anyway, so what I did is I hopped on the trusty old Amazonian, and I got a K&N air filter, part number KNA3080, for $15.67, and I got 2 cabin air filters in this, part number CAF157, for $16. So if you divide it in half, it's 8. So really I'm doing this maintenance for $27 rather than $80. So I'll link these in the description if you guys want to use these. I run K&N on all my stuff anyway, but I thought it's pretty cool. You can actually get a K&N filter now for $15. That's pretty good. But anyway, let's get into swapping these things out. I believe this is the first video I'm going to do where you actually don't need any tools. So let's get to it. All right, guys. So if you come over here to the passenger side of the car, you'll open your glove box, and finally, I'd like to shake the engineer's hand that put the little access door in your glove box for the cabin filter. You no longer have to drop the whole glove box out, all that mess. So it's really just a little tab, push it in, pull the access door out, and then there's 2 push tabs on the sides of your access door here, so you just push those in, pull the cover off, and we'll pull the filter out. Alright guys, so like I was saying, there's little tabs on each side of the door, so just be really careful. You don't want to, they're very easy to break. Just be very careful whenever you're taking those off. And then your tray just sits in here. Pulls right out. Let's see, we got a lot of friendly leaves and stuff in there. So we'll get this swapped out. Alright guys, so got the old filter pulled out, and I wanted to go over something real quick. So as you can see, it says up on this OEM filter, and it says it on the tray, it says up, on the door it says up. That just means this side up. So on your new filter, most aftermarket filters, they say airflow and the arrow's pointing down. So I just wanted to make sure, don't put it in like this so the arrow's up. That's not what that means. It just means like this side up. It's not talking about the airflow. So airflow arrow will be pointing down on your aftermarket filter. Alright guys, new filter's in. So, like I said, this says up. It just slides back into its little tray. Alright guys, so after a lot of trial and me scratching my head, so this left side, the little push tabs I showed earlier, they don't actually go in anything over here. There's 2 tabs that slide into slots right here on this side, and then this side over here has the push tab. So you just release these, pull this side off, and then that slides to the right and comes out of those little slots. Shouldn't have taken me that long to figure that out, but it did. And then you just put your little access door back on, and that's all there is for the cabin filter. Let's get to the air filter. Alright guys, first things first, come to the driver's side, pop your hood. Like so. What's up, girl? Woo! Well, y'all too, but I was looking at the car. Alright guys, once you got your hood up, air box is right here. There's just two little clips, one here and one here. So just flip those open, and then the back slides into these two little slots right here. So just wiggle it up, pick it up, and then you can get your old filter out like so. Huck it over there. Alright, so I grabbed my new K&N out of the box, so we'll slide that right in. And also, you guys know the K&N came with the power adder sticker. That's good for about 50 horse right there. You know what it is. We'll slap that on there. Be gapping everybody. Alright guys, and then installs, you know, simple as can be. It just sits right in there. You don't gotta line it up with nothing. It literally just sits right in there inside its little grooves. So just get your air box, line up your little back grooves again, and then close your little lock tabs back. And then golly, you got yourself a race car. Alright guys, once you finish all that up, climb back in your hot rod, hold your brake, turn your car on. We're gonna reset that pesky guy right there. So just use the down arrows on the left side of your steering wheel. We're gonna go down to settings, all the way over to right here, vehicle settings, hold OK. Scroll all the way down to scheduled maintenance and reset data. Yes. Reset complete. Woohoo! Alright guys, and that's going to do it for another video here on Torque Spec Garage. I appreciate you guys for the continued support as always. Like I said, no, it's not the most exciting video in the world, but definitely a good way to save yourself some money. And for once, shockingly didn't need any tools. You know, I kind of miss tool holder. He left me. But yeah guys, let me know what other kind of maintenance videos you'd like to see. And if this helped you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow along. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.